All right, let's talk about the strange, irresistible power of music. You know that one song you just can't get out of your head? Well, it turns out that thumping beat might just hold a secret, a really big secret, to the entire future of learning.
So, let me ask you something. Have you ever been driving, windows down, absolutely blasting a song, and then you have that moment of clarity where you just think, wait a second, I don't believe a single word of this. Yeah, you're not alone.
You know, there's actually a name for this. It's the questionable banger. It's that song with lyrics that are kind of silly, or maybe a little problematic, or just plain wrong, but the beat, the melody, is just so good you can't stop listening. It's a real thing, I promise.
And the proof is everywhere. I mean, think about Pumped Up Kicks, an incredibly happy-sounding song about a really dark topic. Or all the debate around Blurred Lines, which, whatever you think of the message, had a production so catchy it was just unavoidable. From the teenage awkwardness of Stacy's Mom to the over-the-top drama of Panic at the Disco, we've got a long history of loving songs that our logical brain should probably be rejecting.
It's this wild internal conflict, right? Your body is having a full-on dance party before your brain has even had a chance to read the invitation. You're just along for the ride. So, why? Why does this happen?
Okay, so let's get into the actual psychology of what's going on here. We're going to break down how music seems to have this secret key that just completely bypasses our brain's logic filter.
So here's how it goes down. First, that rhythm hits, and boom, your motor cortex just starts firing automatically. Your head starts nodding, your foot starts tapping, you can't help it. Then the melody comes in and taps directly into your emotions. Certain notes can literally give you goosebumps. And here's the real kicker. The lyrics, they get processed last. Your body's already having this huge reaction before your thinking brain even knows what the song is about. And to top it all off, that catchy hook is basically built to hijack your brain's dopamine reward circuit, making you feel good and want more.
But this whole thing, it goes way beyond just you and your car. This effect scales up big time. It's the reason music is so often called the universal language, connecting people who have absolutely nothing else in common.
So why is it so universal? Well, for starters, rhythm is just biological. Our bodies get it because it's like our own heartbeat, or breathing, or the rhythm of walking. Emotions travel through sound in a way that doesn't need words. A major chord feels happy, and a minor one feels sad, no matter what language you speak. And get this part is wild. When a whole crowd of people listen to the same beat, their brain waves literally start to sync up. That feeling of being totally connected at a concert? Yeah, that's real science.
So, okay, this all leads to a massive blinking question. If music is this powerful, if it can sync up our brains, bypass our logic filters, and light up our reward centers, why on earth aren't we using this superpower to, teach things?
So let's run with a pretty radical idea for a second. What if we started treating education less like a boring lecture and more like a concert? What if we could make learning something that actually slaps?
I mean, look at the two models side by side. On one hand, you've got traditional school. The teacher talks, you memorize. It's all about forced focus, right? You do it because you're told to. But a concert classroom, that flips the whole script. It creates this collective attention. Everyone gets drawn in because you're all vibing together. The motivation isn't I have to, it's I want to be a part of this.
And look, this isn't just some fun theory. There's hard science backing us up. We already know rhythm boosts memory. It's the whole reason we all learn the alphabet as a song, not a list. We know that emotion is like superglue for our memories. You always remember things that made you feel something. And neuroscience shows that when you learn with multiple senses at once, sight, sound, movement, it's 2 to 3 times more effective than just sitting there listening.
Okay, but why stop at a concert classroom? Let's take this whole idea and just crank it up to 11. What if we didn't just have classrooms, but an entire learning festival?
Honestly, the best way to even describe this vision is to imagine Hogwarts, with all its magic and wonder, crashing into the massive, vibrant energy of Coachella, with all of it powered by the big ideas of a TED Talk.
So get this, the core idea is you wouldn't go to class anymore. You'd go to a stage. You'd just pick your vibe for the day and wander between these incredible learning experiences, just like you would at a music festival.
And what would that even look like? Just imagine a history plaza with a full-on medieval castle for a stage. Maybe a teacher dressed as a knight is explaining a revolution while projections of dragons fly across giant screens. Or a science dome where you're surrounded by floating, holographic planets. Or how about a neon-lit math market, where a DJ is spinning equations into these rhythmic beats that you actually solve by dancing? I mean, the possibilities are just endless.
Now, just when you think it can't get any crazier, let's add one final game-changing layer to all of this. Because with today's tech, especially AI and augmented reality, this whole concept goes from a cool idea to something truly reality-bending.
And this is the ultimate payoff. With AI, you're not just learning about stuff. You are right there, interacting with it. I want you to really picture this. You step into the math arena and find yourself literally dancing with a hologram of Einstein, who's dropping calculus knowledge while a T-Rex illustrates exponential growth with every stomp of its feet. All of it set to an incredible, thumping beat.
So this all leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. For centuries, we've been trying to make learning more effective through discipline, through structure. But maybe the answer wasn't to try harder, but to feel more. Maybe the key to unlocking the human brain has been hiding in plain sight this whole time, inside the strange, irresistible power of a banger. What do you think?